Good morning and welcome to your Daily Sparks. In a recent marriage partnership article, author David Gertz talks about something called marital drift. He says that in our busy age, we schedule time for everything and everybody. As a result, we don't schedule enough time for our spouses. We neglect our spouses, and before we know it, we don't hate them, we don't stop loving them, we just drift off center. We just drift far apart, and sometimes you have two strangers sharing the same bed. He writes, the pursuit of marriage needs to be intentional, because if you default to the values of your culture, you'll pursue a sprawling house, a great body and accomplished kids, but you will neglect your marriage. It will start to drift. 2 Corinthians 9 talks about people's attitudes toward giving money, that God loves a cheerful giver. But it's a general principle we can also apply to our time, especially time with the people we love. Our time, energy, focus needs to be on the people we love. If I hold back on any of these from my spouse, our relationship starts to drift. Doesn't fall apart, starts to drift. So when it comes to giving, the Apostle Paul makes 3 points. Number 1, decide beforehand. Drifting comes naturally. It's easy to just slide into a pattern of laziness, just sit there in front of the TV and just of a night and not communicate. Drifting comes naturally, so you need to be intentional about the time that you spend with the people you love. Secondly, don't give out of guilt or obligation. God loves a cheerful giver. Guilt is a poor motivator. It may initially spur me into action, but it never lasts. You need to give because you love that person, because you want something special with that person. And the third thing is, do it cheerfully. When I decide in my heart that my spouse is my priority, I will enjoy and cheerfully cook dinner for them. I will cheerfully spend time with them, go out of my way to help them. The more I give, depending on the Lord meeting all of my needs, the more cheerful I become. God loves a cheerful giver, and so does your wife or husband. A marriage that is fulfilling is a marriage that's not passive, Gertz says, that is not drifting. It is always initiating, as God always initiates with us, always loving even when it is not easy. So today, with your partner, with your husband, your wife, with the people around you, I want you to be deliberate about giving time and energy towards blessing them. Take care of the people you love. It's worth it in eternity. We'll see you tomorrow on Sparks.